It's not every day that we associate NFL players with healthcare. So I'm honored to introduce to you two amazing former NFL players, Calvin Johnson, popularly known as Megatron, or former NFL wide receiver with the Detroit Lions, and his partner, Robert Sims, also NFL guard with the Seattle Seahawks and then Detroit Lions. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us.
Today, we're specifically going to talk about the Global Health Catalyst's Medical Cannabis Education Series. You guys are a part of this series. Why are you on this quest to educate the world on medical cannabis? Starting with Calvin.
Yeah, I think it just from my personal experience, being raised in an environment in the South where cannabis was heavily stigmatized. Going to the NFL and being in a place where, opioids and other synthetic drugs were, readily accessible whenever you needed them. And then, at the same time, or just right after that, the world being in, not the world, but at least the United States being in a pandemic and an opioid crisis. And just seeing how those type of medicines were affecting the body, I was able to see from family how they impacted family or in friends. So I always came from a mindset I wanted to put natural things into my body. And cannabis was like I said, it was so heavily stigmatized, but me having my own personal experience and seeing the quality of life, I guess I could say at the end of the day, which I guess it gave to me, I knew there was something more there. And then being able to try it in a different application other than vaporizing or smoking it in a tough form of a topical, I was like, okay, that's the moment when I was just like, okay, let's get down to the science of this because there's more here than we're really talking about right now. There's more healing that people need to know about coming from cannabis.
And Rob?
Yeah, I think, coming out the league and starting our company, the foundation we built with our vision, mission, and core values, line number one is to change the stigma around cannabis. Cannabis for us is something that really helped to propel us in our professional careers and after the game, and really have helped us, continue to live, great lives, with as far as our bodies are concerned, as far as, what we're doing as far as wellness is concerned. And I think we just want more people to see that. And our platform that we have is a blessing that we're able to stretch to a lot more people. So being a part of events like this one are huge for us because it just helps us amplify it that much more.
And, you mentioned stigma and some of the misconceptions about cannabis overall. So what are some of the common questions that people ask that you would like the experts in this series to answer? I'll start with Rob and then Calvin.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, especially being around Dr. Gua and just get understanding of where the world sees cannabis. I think you go into other countries, you see people using plant medicines because they have to rely on it. They don't have the same medicine that we necessarily do in the States. So we know that it works and has worked for thousands of years or since the beginning of time. So we know it works. So really, it's just having the opportunity to study it more and really get down to, like Calvin always says, getting down to the science of it and being able to, help people see that, hey, this is not a bad thing, that is something that will cripple you. It's actually something that will free you from certain things. And we want to be the guys at the forefront preaching that message.
And Calvin?
Yeah, I think a lot of things from talking to people, things that come up earlier, like what conditions can be treated specifically from cannabis, and then like how do those conditions or how does cannabis more so interact with maybe the prescriptions I currently have. So I do hear that sometimes. Other than, I mean, the main thing you hear like the CBD get me high, or so breaking down those simple questions, what we might feel is simple being in the industry, being around cannabis, the layman, the new customer, they really don't know. So being able to break down a lot of these, just the different cannabinoids and how they affect us, and like I said, how they affect prescriptions. How does cannabis?
Right. And I remember the last time we spoke, I think it was in July. You talked about how you learned about this terminology yourself, Calvin. And what are you most excited about this series, the upcoming series, and what's it going to be like for you?
I'm most excited. The thing that I'm most excited about the new series is the fact that we were able to collaborate. Whenever we're able to collaborate, whether it's us collaborating with somebody else in the cannabis industry, whether it's us collaborating with somebody outside the industry, we're able to make a lot of noise. And at the end of the day, we're educating. That's what we're here for. That's part of our mission, is to educate the consumer, and really just educate them on the healing powers of the plant. And that's what we're doing, just being able to put out solid education that people will that they know is legitimate because of the source that it's coming from.
And Rob?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to being in a room with so many great brains and minds, right? I think that's the thing that gets me more excited. Us coming from football, it's a different experience, but the one thing we do take from football is always being around the best. So I think, last few times we were, last time we were at the IPI, I would always walk out of there and there would be this new like aha moment or this new, eureka moment that would send our thoughts and our company in a different direction. Being around it the first time and understanding what nano is, and where nano is going. And now here we are 5 years later, and we've created a nano product that we're selling. So I just think being around and soaking up knowledge and wisdom, helping us really continue to push the ball forward in our company and in the industry.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be a part of, to see you guys grow this education platform. And I look forward to working with you along the way. Thank you for everything that you're doing for the medical cannabis industry.
Thank you.
Tune in for more about this education series. And you can also learn more at the Global Health Catalyst Summit's website at globalhealthcatalyστsummit.org. That is globalhealthcatalyστsummit.org. Thank you for watching. Till next time.